afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our regular weekly AMA. A little bit different this week. I mean, Draz, obviously, you're still here with us, but But yeah, we're all over in San Francisco for the Game Developers Conference. So we figured, like, why not rock our new Rainy shirts and jump on the AMA. So hope everyone's having a good week so far. Draz, how you doing, man?
Yeah, good. Thanks very much. I like the shirts; they look great.
Yeah, so yeah, new shirts. They've got. I mean, can't really see the back of them, but like if someone's
here we go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, names and everything. Fantastic.
I'm going to be lazy. Assuming.
yeah, that's right. We know who you are.
Yeah, pretty much.
Should show the hoodies and the
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice. Rainy merch.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just like public information, so that's all good.
Are we going to be able to get some of that sort of stuff, order it or whatever online or?
Yeah, it's a good question. So
we got business cards. See, like,
check that out.
Very
nice.
So every team member has a different like business card design, and then we've got like the matching shirts and hoodies. Which if you follow us on Twitter, you would have seen some of the photos last night. We were at an event with Homebrew.
Very nice.
Yeah. You got all the merch.
You actually just technically kind of docked someone with that because they haven't seen that hoodie yet.
Yeah.
Same as they haven't seen the other one either. But definitely. So we're over here all week before GDC. Please, follow us on Twitter and all that good stuff. We'll be posting lots of updates, taking lots of photos. Want to also give a huge shout out to Homebrew Crypto Club, part of NFT San Francisco. They had us last night. I spoke on their panel about NFTs in gaming. That video, when that video is live, we'll link it everywhere too. But it was a super interesting panel. Lots of very, very talented people on there, and me. So it was definitely fun.
Marty was like a mini celebrity afterwards. People were lining up to shake his hand, get one of these business cards, and sell him on their little story. So.
Apparently, telling people that like you should make fun games is crazy. So
that's all I need to know.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently, like, we're doing things right. So always remembering to fly to the other side of the planet to have people reinforce that, which is always pretty cool.
Are all your business cards one of the sorry guys, are all your business cards one of the cards from the game?
Yep. So I've got humility, Marty's greed.
Yep.
Danny has and
I've got a meekness. So you'll
Huge
notice that you'll notice we're all repping the 7DS card art. The hoodies, the card art on the hoodies reflect the card art on the business cards. Yeah. And one thing that we found is that people are really enjoying the business cards. And also collecting them. So that's
sweet.
Yeah, I mean, we came up with a bit of a challenge. If you manage to get all 4 business cards and take a photo in front of the Avalanche booth with like all the Rainy displays, we'll airdrop you an NFT. We'll give you like a rare card. So it's a big challenge. Fantastic. I don't think we've got a lot of people in San Fran at the moment, but hey, you get the alpha here if you are around. Come see us. Easiest way is just come to the booth Wednesday to Friday, Avalanche, during the exhibition. But we'll be at parties and stuff socializing throughout the week. So let us know if you're in the area.
Excellent. Gamers like a quest.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of gamers and quests, we actually have another video to play, like, as well as like the little countdown we always do. So I'm just going to play this one as well. So give me a second. I mean, we've made a pretty big deal about this, but our next tournament's coming up. It's the 1st or 2nd of April, depending where in the world you are. And the registration link for that is live on bluemint.com now. Jump over there, register for the tournament. We're expecting a big turnout for this one. And yeah, like it's one of our biggest events with a $10,000 USD prize pool, which is pretty stupid.
It's a lot of money. Yeah.
Like that's
I think the Blue Mint trailer did it justice by finishing with the money print animation at the end.
That's the first time I've seen that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Yeah, Blue Mint are super keen for it. Their record for most players in any event is 201 players. So if everyone wants to invite 202 of their closest friends to come along and play, I'd love to sort of smash that record and just like show Blue Mint and show the rest of the Web3 gaming world that RTLOL is here. And yeah, there's a lot of people. Keep in mind as well, we've got that words. I haven't had another coffee yet. Refer a friend promotion. Yeah, we've got my coffee actually. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just going to drink coffee while we chat.
10,000 USD. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
We're just giving money away.
Yeah.
Like,
I think what Marty was going for there is we have the refer a new player to RTLOL promotion. So the 3 people who manage to get the most new players to register and actually play in this tournament will win a 7 Deadly Sins collector's pack. So yeah, you got the incentive to try to get as many people in your network to come and try the game. Everyone who participates gets an Avalanche rare spell card, top 16.
The first 256 players get
up
that.
to 256. Yeah. The top 16 get a legendary Blockfather card. There's the bounties are still there. We've got one on Hunter's head. We're putting one on Ali Stras's head. So
Yeah.
and then there's lots of AVAX or stablecoin prizes for the top 16 as well. It's a very big tournament. Just make sure if you're getting someone new that they put your Discord username in the referrer box on the Blue Mint registration page, because that's where we'll be tallying up who managed to get most new players into the game. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, first place prize is over $1,000 US dollars in AVAX or stablecoins.
Yep.
Which is like for a game that's completely free to play, all the cards are unlocked. There's probably never a better time. Like 7 Deadly Sins has really sort of shaken up the meta. So maybe this is the time that Huncho gets his decks wrong and someone can finally take a game off him in the tournament. Actually, to be fair, I think
George took a game off him last tournament, but no one's taken a match. He goes all the way through. Yeah.
And I mean, I'll give George some shit.
I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm rooting for George.
Yeah.
I've become a George fan.
Well, the problem was George threw out the GGs on Discord.
Yeah.
And then lost the game.
I'm also a Huncho fan. It's exciting to see him, win the last 3 games. But I think George can take home the win.
Yeah. But yeah. So registration's up on Blue Mint. The latest patch is live with all the 7DS stuff ready to go. The only balance patch we've made since 7DS launch, Gluttony now costs 6, so just be aware of that. If you're building a Gluttony deck, it's not a very good card. I don't think many people will play it. It's just he's just a meatball. He's fine. But yeah, I mean, let's Draz. Oh, is there anything we want to announce? Tournament or a GDC?
Yeah. So the main stuff, tournament, obviously registration. Get your friends in. That's number 1. Number 2, if you're in San Fran, come see us at the Avalanche booth Wednesday to Friday when the exhibition happens. Or Wednesday night, there's a Stardust party where we are VIP and we're going to have gaming stations set up there. So you can also come and try the game there. Or those are probably the main things for this week. We might do like one more balance patch. We're just discussing some of the final stuff that'll happen this week. So you're still going to have like quite a bit of time to prepare for the tournament, but it's not going to be a major one. Where the game is at now is probably a pretty close reflection of what it'll be for the tournament the week after next. So,
actually, that's what I wanted to announce as well. So, sneak peek here. We'll put it on socials and Telegram and stuff when it's all finalized. But we're organizing a warm-up event for this Saturday with Blue Mint. It's not going to be run in a traditional tournament structure. It's more just going to be get a bunch of people online at the same time, so we can have lots of like best of 3 matches going. So a great opportunity to practice and prepare for the event. We'll do some giveaways and some prizes like we always do with that as well. And Blue Mint, I think, are going to do some stuff there too. But yeah, all the devs, because we're all here like in person at the moment. So a bunch of us will jump in and play as well.
Yeah.
So I think someone actually asked.
Someone was asking.
Not to I'm raining on your parade, Draz. I'm going into the questions.
Oh yeah, go for it, mate. That's fine.
Yeah. So just to answer Miz's question here, basically, how we don't play tournaments, but are we going to battle, when it launches? Yeah, absolutely. Like a lot of the devs actually play the game. Some of us use our handles that you'll be aware of. Some of us just play the game ourselves and just go like a bit anonymous, which is fine. But yeah, when we do events like this one we're planning on Saturday with like Blue Mint, then yeah, the devs will happily jump in. We'll probably do some streaming and stuff like that as well. Yeah, like we're obviously more than happy. Like, we all play the game. We all love the game. We just don't play in tournaments for
integrity reasons.
As much as I can sit here and say, look, we'll be legit. Like, we're not going to cheat. We're not going to like do it like that. If one of us won a tournament or knocked someone out, it's just not a good feeling. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I mean, I love playing in TCG tournaments. But yeah, there's no real way for us to do that.
I think we'll probably do like some more friendly tournaments coming up. Yeah. I think the big official ones with the big prize pools, it's not a good idea for any of us to participate. But there's no reason why we can't do small friendly ones with, less of a prize pool on the line.
And keep in mind, if the community themselves want to organize an event and the community decides for that event that they want the devs to play, that's very different to an event that we are actually organizing and putting up prize pools for ourselves. So yeah, if any community members, like I know Seb has run in the past and stuff like that, wants to have more like games with the devs, we're happy to do it. But yeah, it's not going to be in our official tournaments.
I really love that it's for integrity reasons, and it's not because I'm terrible at playing.
That's my excuse too.
It's not because I'm terrible. Like I love playing, but it's not because I'm terrible. It's integrity.
Yeah, if we just never play, they'll think we actually like we're good. Yeah, like
we could definitely beat Honcho and George easy, right?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I actually am Honcho. Just like we haven't
I'm amazed how good people are.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And I mean, having said that, like Ali's playing in the upcoming event, so I mean, maybe Ali takes the whole thing out. Like that'd be kind of cool. Anyway.
Yeah, if a community member did want to organise a tournament, is Blue Mint available as part of that process? Obviously, can you go through the Blue Mint to do that?
If a community member wants to organise an event, just reach out to us on Telegram. We'll put you in touch with Blue Mint. I know they want to run more stuff with RTLOL, hence why we're doing this thing on Saturday. So yeah, we could Blue Mint will be happy to help organise and run it.
You just have to make sure that you do it at a time when they're available. So, but they're usually super keen to if they are available, host as many tournaments as we can throw at them. So yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Also, because obviously with our main big official tournaments we run, obviously we try to do them at a time zone that gives the most overlap for our player base across the world. But theoretically, if you want to do something that maybe better suits India, for example, or some other countries that unfortunately our tournaments aren't in a great time for them, again, reach out and we'll help make that happen.
Okay.
But yeah, Draz, let's smash some questions.
Alrighty. I'll just start with this one from George. It was in the Telegram. He's just asking, will we have an online store? And if we will they be able to be bought with Raini or Cash or Photon?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, obviously we got all our shirts and stuff done up for GDC. But yeah, I mean, there's no reason why we can't produce more and set up an official store and stuff like that. In terms of what we put on there, you guys need to tell us. There's no point us printing, a couple of hundred, I don't know, bright pink unicorn hoodies if no one's going to buy them. But yeah, definitely we can do that. Obviously, we can definitely do it for set up a store pretty easily for merch to do cash payments. Once we launch Photon, there shouldn't be any real issue doing Photon for that as well. Obviously, the amount of Photon may fluctuate based on because we have a real world physical cost of producing the stuff. Depending on where the Photon token sort of sits, that might affect where the actual Photon price ends up being. Could we do it for a Rainy token or not really? Because the token's more a vesting token.
I mean, we could. The purpose behind Rainy is more like staking for membership, so it's a bit different to Photon. But yeah, we can definitely look into a whole bunch of options there, and then depending on what you guys would like, then we're happy to consider and look into the ways we could make it happen in reality. I guess the shipping factor would need to be one because we got these produced in Australia. But I mean, I'm sure there's other partners all over the world that could just print if we send the designs, or we could just ship internationally. So we'll work something out. But yeah, definitely we can look at producing some merchandise if you guys want it.
The big thing would be, and again, I've harped on this with everything that we do. If we are going to produce merchandise, please don't expect it to be like super cheap. Just from the point of view that we're going to obviously want to make it super high quality stuff. Like we're going to make sure the printing is like really on point. No one wants to see the Raini logo on something that looks like like it was cheap to produce. It won't be crazy. Like we're not going to do it like to make huge money on it or anything. But yeah, it's going to be high quality stuff is what we would definitely want to do. Because I don't want to see any of your artwork on like crappy stuff.
And I think these turned out well.
Yeah, these are really nice.
The hoodies turned out well. The shirts turned out well. Super happy.
Cards are amazing. Yeah.
We'll probably like go out for Italian later, and I'll end up getting like fucking spaghetti or something. But,
luckily we got 2 shirts.
Yeah. The white shirts probably wasn't the smartest thing we've ever done, but yeah, cool.
Just a question from Myzen here in the chat. Are there any plans further down the track to add land you can buy and trade in the game? This seems popular in other Web3 games.
Yeah, so I mean, that's one of the things we've been looking into and building towards. I think our main focus now, because we're so close to having the RTLOL TCG ready for like full launch and public showcase, we just focused predominantly on getting that done. I mean, we've said for quite a while now, we're aiming for like an end of Q2 release for the full TCG. So, I mean, we've only got a few months left. That means that our focus has to be centrally on the TCG. Once the TCG is there, I mean, we've done a lot of work behind the scenes into a number of other games that are, likely going to be connected to the TCG. And that's where stuff like land purchase, sales, and, utilization can come into it. So it's not going to be something that's super soon, but it is definitely on the horizon for the medium to long term.
Yeah. I mean, we're not just going to like slap land on top of a TCG as a cheap money grab. That's not what we do. But yeah, for some of those other games in particular, like the Overworld and stuff like that, there's other games that we're looking at doing that land, like the concept of land and that style of utility token makes a lot of sense. And then we'd look at it for that. Yep.
All right. Fantastic. Ronald Verhoeven is just asking, he's just saying the raffles and auction completely drained his rainbows and unicorns. He needs to save up again for the next card drop. When does he need to be ready?
I think we're looking at, it's probably going to be, I would say, around May at this point would be my best guess for the second edition drop, which has all the cards that you've been playing with for a while anyway. So any cards that aren't part of 7 Deadly Sins or the Genesis set that we've already done, they're all second edition pretty much in the game at the moment. And we're looking at doing that within the next couple of months, but it's not going to be immediate. You've got at least, I'd say, 1 month, probably closer to 2, before we end up doing that drop. We'll give you guys plenty of notice before the drop's there, so there's a time to prepare and try to save up your rainbows and unicorns. That's kind of where we're at.
Yeah, sure. If you go into the deck editor in the actual game, you can actually go, there's like a filter by like card sets. So you can actually go in there and see like which cards are in that second set, like the season set. I'm trying to think, because that has Aurora, it has
Rainbow Lotus.
Rainbow Lotus is
there. It's got like all the seasons except for the new. We got the Year of the Rabbit and a couple from 7 Deadly Sins. It's got a whole bunch of spells. It's got a whole bunch of minions and legendaries. So it's a pretty big set. I think it's about 50 cards total.
Yeah, a bit bigger than 7DS, but it's a really fun set.
Nice. Ronald's also asking strategy-wise, and there's someone else in the Discord sort of asking a similar sort of thing because they might be new to the game or trying to work out strategies and things. But strategy-wise, the game can be quite complex. Any plans to make some basic strategy vids for new players, or I suppose help to coordinate deck building somewhere for the newer players?
Yeah, I mean, there's actually on Discord, we actually set up like a strategy forum. So even though it's on Discord, it's more like a traditional like web forum, which can be pretty handy for like chatting about decks and strategy and stuff like that. Keep in mind as well, you've now got the full tutorial available on the client. So if you play through that and go through like the beginner, intermediate, and advanced tutorials, that starts to show you like some sort of more advanced strategies as you sort of go through that. So that can be pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, we're definitely open to producing more content. Keep in mind as well, we've got some amazing community members who also are making content as well. I know if someone wants to find the link and post it in the chat or something, like Chad Raini does like a weekly stream. Every time I've tuned in to watch, he's playing different decks and talks through his thought process as he's playing the decks as well. So yeah, there's definitely some cool stuff there, like already being produced by the community. But yeah, we're definitely happy to sort of put some stuff out there. We've sort of got to balance it out as well. Like we don't, I don't really want to say produce a strategy video before the tournament talking about what I think are the best decks, because the problem is that can like influence what players will choose to play. So yeah, if we're going to do that sort of content as the studio who makes the game, we'll generally, like if we release a new set, we probably won't be putting it out straight away. We'll let the players like explore and discover the strategies themselves. For example, like if you've got Sloth and you've got Pride, maybe there's some cool interaction there. But yeah, definitely, we want to make sure the community has time to discover things themselves before we sort of put stuff out there ourselves.
Yeah, that's cool. And like I say, a lot of once the community gets in, there'll be a lot more content, I imagine, being produced, and people benefiting, I suppose, from teaching the newer players online and things like that. Ash Hole is just asking, some cards have changed since release, like the infamous China ban, which is now crypto ban. Is that something that could happen again, like the art for Turtle?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have the ability to go in and update like the art for any of the NFT cards or the name in the in the metadata. We'll do that very sparingly. It's not something we want to be making a habit of. But yeah, like the art upgrades are definitely something we would like to do a few more cards just to improve the graphical representation. We don't have any plans right now to be changing the names or anything further of the cards beyond like some slight upgrades to their graphics. But it is important that we retain that ability, in case there is anything that's controversial or if there's something that really needs to change. We're also committed to trying to make all of the cards viable in the main format. So we posted a Medium pretty recently saying that our cards are going to be eternal, and we're not going to have a period of time where they're valid to play in and then they expire. So yeah, the ability to change is something that's important to ensure we're able to fulfill that commitment, and not go down the path of just banning or making irrelevant a whole bunch of cards.
I think that's also what Ash is referring to here with his second thing, like what Wizards of the Coast did for some problematic cards in Magic. Yeah. One of the benefits of us being a digital trading card game is the fact that we can go back and make changes to cards if we need to down the road. At the end of the day, our goal is to make a game which is open, accessible to as many people as possible. So yeah, if there are things that we need to make some changes down the road, we will do that. As Arkin mentioned, we're going to do it very sparingly. It's not something we're just going to go through and start changing things all over the place. But yeah, it's always going to be a better resolution for players if we're able to go back and change something that needs changing, as opposed to just banning, or even in some cases, like as Wizards of the Coast have done with some cards, like pretending those cards just don't exist anymore.
Yeah. I mean, it does open up some possibilities. I was giving some thought today to updating the SBF card art to just make sure he's looking through jail cell like bars now. There's a lot of things to do to make it more relevant, and keep some humor in the game.
Yeah. No, exactly. Fantastic. Just something important from Seb in the Telegram. He's just saying, "Sir, tell the devs that they are looking handsome today, and that he's feeling bullish again."
Thank you. Much love, man.
Yeah.
I mean, none of us wearing pants at the moment, so
Hello.
We are running Catholics. Like,
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
There's actually no more questions at the moment, but I was just curious. Obviously people have been asking, and you're not able to say. Oh, there's a couple of things. I suppose the AVAX pricing cards and things that's coming out. There's a week of discounts for, I think, on AVAX chain.
Yeah.
We should have mentioned that.
So starting today, I think in a couple of hours, 1 hour from now, we're bringing back the 10% discount on 7 Deadly Sins collector packs on all 3 chains. And as an additional promotion, any packs that are minted on Avalanche during this 1 week promotion will also be eligible for an airdrop of a rare Avalanche spell card. So just to celebrate the fact that Avalanche have generously hosted us and Shrapnel at their booth, we're going to get a lot of exposure Wednesday to Friday. We thought we'd want to do something for the community, and it also coincides with Raini's 2nd birthday, which we celebrated a couple of days ago. So yeah, keep an eye out. In an hour from now, the sale starts. I would suggest minting on Avalanche so you get that extra card. But yeah, it's up to you. Either way, you'll get the 10% discount off the prices for 1 week.
For all pack. So if you mint 10 packs on AVAX, you get airdrop 10 cards?
Yep. Every pack that's minted on Avalanche is eligible for a rare Avalanche card. I think there's like 130 something left. So, I mean, one person could end up with 130 copies and just control the whole market on the Avalanche spell card. But yeah.
That's with the, obviously, Avalanche is the one that's being given away for the registration.
That's why we have to cap it at 256, because there's only going to be 600 copies of the Avalanche card.
Yeah.
So, these promo cards, we just want to, they're going to be just as useful as any of the ones you open in packs. But the intention is just to give them away as prizes and to try to align incentives with the community. And yeah, so we're making a big push to give a whole bunch of them away over the next couple of weeks with the tournament and this pack minting sale.
Right. Excellent. I suppose there's another another big announcement potentially coming. Is there anything
how big
on that?
Would you say how big?
Yeah, I would say it's
exactly. Announcement. Yeah. Look, in relation to that, we want to have some chats in person with some key people on the exhibition floor. So probably between Wednesday and Friday, we'll be able to, US time, we'll be able to finalize things there. And then, keep an eye out. But that's kind of the timing of that announcement. It's probably the worst kept secret we've had. But
I mean, we had people coming up to us at like the crypto club last night asking us about it. So clearly we have like the cat's out of the bag. I mean, shout out to Ice Bags.
Thanks, man.
But like obviously we want to make sure we do this announcement the right way, and we want to do it in collaboration with any potential partners that could be involved in this announcement as well.
Mm-hmm.
Who, if you look at the map for the GDC conference, are just down the road from us.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I mean, question-wise, that's all that's currently in all the chats and here. So I'm not sure if there's anything else you guys wanted to chat about.
No, I mean, we're happy to do a quick one today because there's a lot of networking we got to do. We got to make a lot of partnerships. There's an event that's starting right now that a bunch of us are going to go to and try to put Raini on that.
Mindspheres is like the keynote speaker for that one, which would be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So we're going to show up in our merchandise and talk all things Raini. But yeah, if there are any last minute questions, please send them through now. Otherwise, we might just wrap up a bit early today. Hey?
Yeah. I mean, I'm probably just going to play that video again just to sort of wrap things up because the video is awesome.
Yeah, Lumen did a great job on that.
Yeah. I mean, it would be sweet. I mean, obviously, I imagine you got a fair number of those business cards that you guys have printed.
Oh, that's like the size of my coffee cup.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying it would be pretty sweet, and I'm sure the community in general would, love to get a set of the Raini team's business cards. So I don't know how you can incorporate that to one of the tournaments or some prize giveaway or something, but that would be a pretty sweet set to collect, I think, for most people in the community if you get an opportunity.
We probably need to mint like NFT business cards or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Sweet. All right, fellas. Thanks very much for that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you,
problem.
Draz.
Hang on, I think there's some last minute question.
Just
Oh,
some
hang on.
well wishes.
Yeah.
Godspeed.
Godspeed.
Thanks, Ash.
Have a great time. Thanks, Ronald. Yeah, thanks, Ash. Appreciate all the well wishes. We will.
We were pretty heroic at a random bar at like 2 a.m. this morning. So.
Yeah, exactly.
George has just thrown one last one in there. Do we have our own music producer for RTLOL, or can we have some more exciting music?
Yeah, so we have Simon is our composer, music producer's name. He's done a really good job. We actually have the new track that went in the last patch. That's only like one of 3 versions of it, right? We've only put like the third part. So we've actually got 2 more tracks ready to go that are very similar to the last one, just like kind of varying levels of intensity. So we can definitely put all of that in. But yeah, we're getting quite a pretty good soundtrack, I think, for the game. So yeah, we'll let you know once those have been pushed in. But yeah, I hope everyone's enjoying the music. I know I'm a big fan of it, and I think it matches the game really well.
Yeah, I agree. As just mentioned there, the Quent background music, for example, are very good. I'm not sure what Quent is.
Yeah.
It might mean Gwent.
Yeah, Gwent's a cool game. Shout out to the team over at the Witcher studio. I should know that. Cyberpunk. I mean Cyberpunk. God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's slipping in my mind now.
Someone can put it in chat.
Yeah.
They're awesome team over there. They did
City Project Red.
Yeah, City Project Red.
Yeah.
Might even catch up with them this week. So
yeah.
But yeah, have an epic week, everyone, and yeah, we'll catch you later on.
Awesome. Thanks, fellas. You're doing a great job.
See you guys.
Thanks,
Cheers.
guys.
Oh, we're still here.
See you all.
Hey, guys.